guys capped the mics like crazy.
All right. Well, it's new mics.
New mics, yeah.
New mics.
Welcome to the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number, what are we on now? 46?
47.
47. We are live.
47.
47. As you can tell, he's fully bilingual. We are live from inside the Gears of War Las Vegas Open. You can see it. It is behind us.
The Pro Circuit event.
Pro Circuit event. This one's ran by UGC.
And they're doing a hell of a
They're
job.
doing a hell of a job.
Amazing.
And I should introduce myself. I'm Matt Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate.
I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No Jeans. And Robert's late on the queue. Next to him on the far side,
Jason Zahn, also known as the Zahner.
Doner. And on the production side,
all right.
Almost on the production side.
He's producing right now.
He's producing. How dare he do his job, right?
Apparently the mics aren't working.
On the production side, there he is. We have Rob Dog. Go for it. Introduce yourself.
Saying the mics.
Oh, your mic's not working? No, okay. Well, we have Robert Link, a.k.a. Rob Dog 1991. We have a guest with us right now. This is Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Yo, I'm Sam, also known as Vital.
As Vital. He's from Motivate
Gaming, yes.
Motivate Gaming. You guys just had an epic battle last night with Optic. We were all on the edges of our seats. Let me tell you, that was an amazing game. Can you tell us a little bit first off, about yourself and how this event has been for you and how you guys have been kind of preparing for it and what it all entails for you?
All right. I'm 17 from California, currently sponsored by Motivate Gaming. And this event's a really big one. I believe that this is my best team so far.
Okay.
So we have a lot of high standards on this team. We have a former champion and players place 4th, 5th, 6th. So we have a lot of standards coming into this event. So it's definitely a big one for us. So, yeah. And to break down our Optic match, we pretty much went into it saying it's Optic and they're going to be sleeping on us. So we have to come in with fire.
Call them out.
So yeah, we pretty much.
Okay.
What was that?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
We caught them off guard pretty much, and we took the first map 7-6 after being down 6-5, and then we lost the second map 7-6, and then they got the best of us tiebreaker 7-1. So
no sound.
No sound.
Sorry, real quick.
Robert, they're saying the mics aren't working. They're saying they're cutting in and out.
Yeah, let's see.
Can you guys hear us now? They say no, not working. Can you guys hear us at all?
Yeah, I wonder if it's the connection.
That's weird. They say super soft and a pop of loud. That's weird.
All right.
We can hear ourselves.
Well, let's keep rolling, and
let's just keep rolling.
It'll when they watch it later.
Oh, they can hear you, just not Robert. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. No, we know that. Yeah, we know that. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
You guys are freaking us out.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, Sam, start all over. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. No. So it's been great for you here.
Yep.
You guys now, you have a match day, obviously.
Yes, sir.
You're looking to bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, though, they went 1-1 yesterday. They also beat a team in pool play yesterday.
They did, yes.
Yes.
What's your guys' to be honest, you guys kind of got blown away in that last match. What happened there, and what are you guys going to do to fix that if you play Optic again?
I feel like our weapon placements were definitely like the downfall of that map.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we were second guessing ourselves a lot.
Okay.
And the first map, like we knew exactly what we wanted to do. The second map, like we knew what we wanted to do, every strat, like trick strat, weapon placements, and the third map, we started second guessing ourselves. Like I guess that 7-6 loss maybe got on us. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
And yeah, they honestly just got the best of us third map. And to make those type of adjustments, we got to 2-0 them the first time. And if we do go to a tiebreaker again, we just got to be ready to adapt and never doubt ourselves, because if we don't doubt ourselves, we went 7-6, 7-6 with them. So, yeah.
Our advice, I think, from me personally is you guys played fearlessly the first two matches. I felt like that third one, like you said, you kind of maybe got in your own heads or whatever.
I agree.
You guys know you can beat them.
Absolutely.
We love the underdogs. We are the underdogs. And
that's funny. That's leading into what I wanted to talk about. And I want why Sam is here on the show today is what I have found with this tournament. The most exciting part is I am seeing the transition from the younger players to start coming up. For instance, right behind us, right there, as this is going on, the tournament's happening, Ghost just lost to Aspire.
That's crazy.
The first map.
Crazy.
Yeah, they lost and it has young players. We're seeing that transition happening with the younger players coming through. It's been real exciting starting yesterday, coming into today. I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, with Sam, now let's full disclosure, CMG has known Sam for quite a while. He showed up from our first CMG events, has been to every one of them. He's one of our SoCal boys, so we love Sam.
Thank you.
Awesome, Sam.
Love y'all too.
Well, we don't want to kick you off, but we kind of really have to.
But before he goes, which one of these do you like, Sam?
Out of all three or just the hats?
No, that stays.
Which hats do you like?
Which hat do you like?
I like this one.
Okay,
I like the
throw us the
other one.
There you go, sir. That's for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Sam.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome, Sam. Thanks for coming in. All right, now we have a very special guest now. Robert, you're going to have to get him.
Thanks. Okay, so this. But
all right, we have a very special
guest. Gears won't know who this is.
Yeah. Okay. Carlos, can we have you put on a headset, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I've got to introduce this man. We just met you today.
Yes, indeed.
This is
fucking up my hair, man.
I know. I'm sorry.
Me too, man.
Some bullshit.
Me too. Makeup. Let's go.
All right.
This is somebody very important to us as far as Gears players. We just met you today, and we were blown away first off to meet you and a little starstruck. This is Carlos Ferro.
Yes.
He is the voice of Dom Santiago from Gears of War, and we cannot be happier to have you on our show.
No, man, it's my pleasure, and I'm gonna warn your levels guy. Sup, bitches?
Yes, sup, bitches.
Wow, there it is.
I'm like a trained chimp. It's like, dance, monkey. I'm like, shit, yeah. Sup, bitches? Running away won't help. I'll just shoot you in your asses.
If you guys lived under a rock and you never played Gears of War.
It's a weird podcast to listen to
it's a weird podcast to listen to.
It's a pro gaming event for some gear thing. I don't know.
Gears of War has been in our hearts since it first came out, and I did every one actually. I don't know why. Robert, you're coming through. He can't hear me. Okay.
Hey, Robert,
you're coming through.
You're coming through like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still coming through.
All right.
I'll sort this out. Folks, I'll sort this out.
Go for it.
Robert, fix your shit.
There we go.
Gears of War has been for us one of our favorite games of all time. For me personally, I played every single one 1 through 4, co-op, and I played them with.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah, I played every single one, not because and I went back through it by myself, but because it was like almost a religious experience for me and my best friend Michael. So I always played as Marcus, he played as you. I need to tell you the story.
You're not going to bring the room down, right?
I'm going to bring the room down.
Oh,
I'm going to bring the room down. I know.
I could smell it on you.
Yep.
Which one?
These stories are always very sweet, emotional, and I appreciate them so much, but I can always smell it when it's like, and Michael died.
And Michael, yesterday.
Oh, no.
And it's still really fresh. And I just want to tell you that your work on this game, and I'm like, oh fuck, man, like how do you respond to that, you know? Yeah. And I hurt for the guys, but it's like that. No, that really happens, you know? No. Because people invest so much time in these games and love the characters so much, myself included, you know?
Yeah.
That you can't help but have these personal imprints of where you were in your life, who you were playing with, friendships that, as we all know, come and go and all that. So I relate to it, but that's why I said don't bring the room down.
I won't bring it down too
I
much.
preemptively had to make a joke about
there
it.
You go.
So that if you were going down that road, you'd fucking get off.
There you go.
The sad part is this did happen yesterday.
Yeah.
No, it did happen yesterday.
No, so for me, I can tell you the first time I ever teared up or cried in a video game was when Dom Santiago died in Gears of War 3.
The Maria scene didn't do it for
I
you?
was just going to say,
that kind of like, okay, a little bit like, well, I'm talking like, oh my gosh. Like, so
My joke tends to be nobody cried as hard as I did.
Okay, so I have to ask you though. You play the games.
Yeah.
How do you feel about so when you play, do you have to play co-op and have somebody else do Marcus so you can play as yourself as Dom?
Let's put it this way. What happened? Excuse me. What happened for me is that Horde changed my life.
Oh, there you go.
It was at first kind of daunting. I was not a guy that was online, playing with players from all over the place. I was a campaign guy, and with Horde, I started really focusing. Once I got through the campaign, I just focused on multiplayer, and I've only ever played as Dom. And when there'd be like crashes or something wacky with the system, and all of a sudden I'd be Marcus, I'd dump out.
Oh wow!
It felt awkward and strange, and I'm sure it's some real bullshit actor thing.
I was going to reference that really quick. I was saying because you're an actor and you're passionate about what you do, and that's one thing. It's so funny. It took me years to realize this, but I'm watching it because I really feel today is the golden age of television, how great things are. And I notice every actor that I see on TV or now talking with you, the passion you guys bring is it's unmatched, like in any time in history. I swear.
Appreciate that.
It's like nothing I've ever seen. And you guys really do get attached. Like,
yeah.
It's like part of you.
Well, there's a thing about generational. There's generations in all kinds of art, and in the art form of cinema, television, and now video games that have become so much more cinematic, if you will. There's a generational thing where it's how they did it, how we're doing it, and how the next generation will do it. And definitely, I've been doing this so long. I mean, I remember my first when they were telling me there's going to be this new console called the Xbox. There's going to be the PlayStation's going to have a PlayStation 2, Yeah. And I worked on a lot of those games. In that generation, the gig, there was no other version of it except hey, you went over there. Really? I don't know. Is he here? Oh, you're under arrest. And all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like it was cartoons were more, serious than what was happening in games and in some anime dubs and stuff like that. The generation that got used to that and the new generation, my generation that came up for the last 8 to 10 years, I can say my generation, we really focused on making it real first. And once things were real and we were in a reality-based universe like Gears, to bring it back to Gears, they wanted to go there. They wanted actors that were prepared, that had on-camera lives, that had theater training, that were had their grad degree and shit. Like people that could bring something special to these characters. So yeah, absolutely. My guys, my colleagues, and my generation of actor, we were practically embarrassed sometimes about how fucking serious we get because there's so many other people, and it's not an old young thing. There's of all ages that kind of still come at me with. When we talk about the Maria scene or the death of Dom and things like, spoiler by the way, death of Dom.
Wait,
damn it!
Shit! God damn it! I always do that. So the people they'll come at me and they'll be like, dude, it's a video game. What the fuck are you doing? What is with all this emotion and all this? Why I understand the concept of just running in and chainsawing fools, but that's not what I do.
That's him. We call him the Temecula Chainsaw Massacre.
You see? The what Chainsaw Massacre?
The Temecula Chainsaw Massacre.
Temecula. That's so good.
Because he lives in Temecula, California.
Wow. I'm from San Francisco originally.
Oh, nice.
But I've lived in LA for 25 years. So that makes me an Angelino,
Yeah.
And makes everybody an Angelino. But I'm resisting all the Temecula jokes. Wow.
You can do it.
You can
We're
do it.
okay
Wow.
with it.
Okay.
But I grew up in Azusa.
Oh, even better. Better rest stops.
Yeah.
There's one.
All right. So
that's it. I'm not going to alienate.
With this talking on that level about with all the other actors. So what I find amazing is because we kind of get into the weeds around here, and we love the actors in there. Yourself, Nolan North, Troy Baker,
all
and all
good
that.
dudes.
But and then you could tell like it's so different than it's not the guy who's doing the programming, doing the voices anymore. It's you guys going in there.
Oh yeah.
And then you all do this other stuff. I mean, just the art. What's the word I'm looking for? The artistic ability.
I was going to laugh my fucking ass off if you're like, what's the word art?
Yes, the art.
Yeah,
it starts
art.
with an A.
Art.
Yeah.
It's art.
It's amazing.
It's art, Temecula.
Yeah.
It's art.
The one thing we found in any voice actor we've met is you guys are some of the coolest people.
Thanks.
Honestly, in video, at least for video games, some of the coolest people we've ever met because you're always willing to give your time to talk to your fans, to come on a podcast like this. We're nobodies. and come on here
Well,
and really give.
First of all, I disagree. You're somebody's. I mean, that's. I understand how you're using that term, but honestly, the passion. I'm a big fan of passion, and I'm a big fan of ambition. Okay, people that take the time to put together a podcast like this, in any level, any degree, any way, any reason. I'm a big fan of that, and that's a somebody. A somebody to me is somebody that's creative, that's creating things, and I can speak for myself. Passion is probably what I find to be the most redeeming quality that we can have as people. And the great thing about this is that it's soaked in passion. I was earlier talking about the open area versus the main stage, and the metaphor I used was that the main stage is like heavyweight prize fighters. Yeah. If you love prize fighting or you love UFC MMA, you like fighting, you know what you sign up for. Yeah. You know it's going to be a professional contest. You know that's going to be, watched by a lot a lot. There's
nothing
a lot
below the belt.
All that good shit. If you go see Tyson fight, it's going to be a good time because it's Tyson, right? They're pros, but that does not take away from watching what I do. I like watching the lightweights, the middleweights, the welterweights, because they beat the shit out of each other. Because there's so much passion, and who I'm talking about is the open area. The open area is where I have the best time, and I'm just being here this weekend. I've been pitching to everybody that will listen that I want to do more with the open area because that's where I spend most of my time. I've got my responsibilities this year on the stage, but last year when I was here just hanging out basically and doing an autograph signing on Sunday, I immediately gravitated to where all these people of all ages from all over the place, Latin America, everywhere, Australia, they are in it to win it, and they're in it to come up in the ranks and be on the main stage.
Exactly.
And I get excited hosting this event to talk to the fans, the players/fans that they respond to that kind of passion on my end. I mean, I get hyped, man. I'm walking through and I'm seeing all these people playing with the Commando Dom skin from Gears 4 that I haven't seen anybody play with that.
Yo, that guy has taste. That guy gets it right there.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing. He's going to be big.
Dom, that's where it's at. Just basically, I'm here to say play as Dom.
So we're going to go to what was that? Nice. Well, we do actually do this live. It's streamed.
Sure.
We got some people in the chat saying, let me go over here. So this guy, Koku, we know him as Koku. He's one of our fans. Okay. He says the death of Dom was a real WTF moment for him. Alasno, she's actually our mom. So we'll show that to you. She's watching because she, it's a cool thing.
Like literally? Like
literally.
Oh, okay.
She enjoys what we do, apparently. So.
That's awesome. Hi, Mom.
She said that Joseph, our brother, had her sobbing over this game scene, and the acting is paramount to the game. Especially your acting is paramount to the game.
Thank you. That's what we do. Why we do it.
I'd love to ask you, what was your favorite part of playing Dom Santiago?
The fact that it's rare in any media. I mean, in movies they get it wrong all the time. I think only in like books you get the most full fleshing of a character.
True, very true.
You have so much time. You get details. You get backstories. You get all kind. You even get epilogues to what was a result of things that character did in the story of his life. And I'm the first one to say I'm very fortunate that I got to play a character that has a beginning, middle, and an end, and that has. I've said it before. It's you ask what it's like. I mean, I can tell you. I don't think I've ever given this detailed an answer about it, but Dom is the first person that you meet in Gears of War franchise. When who you see first that is like, here's all the information in one shot is Jack, rip that, I got to do it right. Yeah. Jack, rip that door, right?
Yeah.
So,
man.
Cool. Oh, we're not fucking around. Oh yeah. I told you the chimp is back. The first thing you see, what does Gears of War universe look like? It looks like that guy, that armor. He's your buddy. Yeah. You don't know if he's a little brother character, a best friend, whatever. He is a comrade in arms. And then Gears 2, he has the love story. Oh, yeah. So now he becomes the central heart, the heart of the franchise, at least in my estimation. That's how I played it. That's how I feel about it. And are you kidding me? The story of Delta Squad, has to do with how he dies. He saves the squad. And
the planet.
I make no apologies for being proud of the character and how long we worked on it. I mean,
and you shouldn't.
Epic and the Coalition. I mean, in both cases, they're craftsmen. Everybody wants to make the best story, tell the best story possible, and yet make a kick-ass shooter. And for me, it's been nothing but a pleasure, an honor. These experiences, these things, I'm not so far gone or numb to it after being a pro for over 20 years that I don't appreciate that people give a shit about what I do, and that this thing that I've been doing for 10 years resonates on some level. I mean, there's people like you that talk about tears. There are other people that just think Dom is cool. And I'll tell you,
Dom is cool.
But thanks. But I'm saying, growing up a geeky kid in San Francisco, it's nice to be considered cool or connected to cool in any way. And it's a pleasure to be here talking to you guys. And Mom. Well, it doesn't get better than that.
And one other person in the chat wants you to know that he named his cat after Dom. His cat is named Dom.
Okay, wait. Let's
he might take offense to this.
No. We got to pump the brakes, because whoever that is my favorite listener or viewer of yours.
All right, wicked crazy. You are.
He's the man. She's the man. Whoever it is the person of the moment, because my reputation online precedes me. I am a crazy cat guy.
Okay.
This is amazing. Thanks to this person. What's the person's name?
His name is Wicked Crazy.
Okay.
He says you actually liked his tweet about this at some point.
See?
So yeah.
See? This person knows their shit. I've never really, on some level, we're all, actors are very insecure a lot, and, really, want affirmation and praise and so forth. And any actor that says that, they don't do it for that at all is bullshit. But that being said, I never really craved doing what I do or going to school for it and investing all this time, energy, and money just for fame, till I got my cat. My cat that I was like, I got to make this cat famous. Okay. Social media for me existed to make my cat Winslow famous, and for a decade, his name was Winslow Lashif.
Oh, that's awesome!
And he had one eye, and he got Winslow from a movie for all the old farts out there like me. He was a character from Phantom of the Paradise. It's a rock musical from the 70s, and the Lashif is. I named him on the day that I'm a big James Bond fan. Yeah. And the villain in Casino Royale. Yeah. That was when I got the cat, and he had the one eye that's fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. So on the same side too.
That's amazing.
So that's why he was Winslow Lashif. I will wax poetic about my cat for hours. So we will get back on Gears topic, but I got to shout out to that fan that I love my cat, and he passed away a year ago.
Oh,
and it was a tragedy. You think the Dom shit was tragic?
Yeah.
No, Winslow's passing was tragic. But what was awesome is that people that knew me and were cat people too, we all could. I mean, honestly, this is the beauty of this community, is that. We're all fucking geeks, man, and we all look out for each other on some level. Even the trash talk is a form of odd affection.
Yeah.
Just taking the time to fuck with your homies.
Yeah.
So
until your 12-year-old online that's saying that you did something with my mom, then that's no.
Dude,
no
that's
love
all
there.
everybody's talking about this weekend. I'm serious. I've been gaming a long time.
Yeah.
This weekend more than ever. All I hear is people talking about things being done to their mom or their dad.
Yeah,
and
it's a little aggressive.
And what's funny is that I'm sitting here going, everybody's so wonderful, it's so great. And you're like, yeah, except for the 12-year-old kid that said, he's going to do it to my mom.
Yep. I never realized just how many people had slept with my mom until I got on Xbox Live, actually.
That's Mom. There's your soundbite, Mom. That's for the wedding video right there. Oh, I love when he said that.
So you probably can't tell us anything, but can we look forward to any other voice acting from you in the Gears of War?
Or anywhere.
Well, I'm starting Gears of War. A la maybe like, coming back as a blue ghost like in Star Wars. Is there going to be
that would be so cool.
Something of Dom coming back? Or
number one, you said it best when you prefaced and qualified your question. If there was this wonderful thing, there's no way I could talk about it.
Okay, blink twice for yes.
I forgot to mention, NDAs don't count in CMG.
Then in that case.
This is no jurisdiction. We're
Well, I will say this. I anything that would be asked of me, I'm eternally grateful for the, like I said, honor and privilege of playing this character. Anything that would be asked of me from the coalition moving forward, I would do. And to the point where I think Rod Ferguson tweeted out that at one point when Gears 1 was in development, one of the innovations that they scrapped was that Dom, the secondary player, was going to be you could play as a male or a female, and so you'd get to play as Dom or Dominique. And my response on Twitter to Rod was, I can do that.
Okay, let's hear your best Dominique voice.
Oh no.
So now
that's one of those great things that will be taken completely out of context. It's like, did you hear fucking Ferro going, "Sup, bitches"?
Do you still keep in touch with a lot of the cast? Because I know you guys get close when you do these things.
Me and John DiMaggio have been friends for.
He's not a funny guy at all, huh?
No, hell no. He's a bore.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine.
Love you, John. No, he's easily like one of the best people I know. Period. Like he's whatever you think of Bender or Jake the Dog or Marcus or anything else of the Joker that he did in Red Hood.
That was a good one.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
He's in a nice little tiny club of like 2 people that when I don't book a job, I'm glad they do. And because actors, again, we're bullshit artists. We're like, oh man, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that I didn't get that job.
If I just bump him on the staircase, I might get this job.
No, John is indeed a brother to the end. We've had the same agent for 20 years. We, I'd like to think we came up together. He's an East Coaster, but it's, he and I. We're buddies, so I do keep in touch with him. I just saw him in Palm Springs like a month ago. He has a house there, but. We run into each other all the time because, again, there is a handful of actors that are busy, at the very least, going out to an audition or submitting or having the same agent. So we all see each other at cons a lot. There's a whole lineup of voice actors,
panels.
Yeah, panels, that sort of thing. Yeah. But also, a lot of us do on camera a lot. So it'll surprise me when I think people come up to me to talk to me about Gears of War or other franchises. Yeah. I'm sticking to Gears, man, because we're here at Gears.
Okay, well
I got to get one more question real quick. First, are you a gamer outside of Gears of War?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, not for nothing.
Okay,
that's
why that leads into this.
Okay, go ahead.
We have a running joke on this show.
Okay.
And that's when we started this show, January of last year. Robert, our producer, had started playing The Last of Us.
Okay.
Now, he has since then not finished this game, and every single episode one of our fans will go, has Robert finished The Last of Us? So what their fans have already asked, has Carlos played The Last of Us?
No.
Dang.
Oh, look at how happy
He's
Rob
so
Dog
happy
is.
you just saved his life.
Rob Dog is so happy.
And I'll say that's me being totally honest and full disclosure kind of thing, because I, like everybody, like every voice actor, I read for that and didn't get it.
Oh.
And actors, like I said, I won't lie. I'm too long in the tooth to bullshit. Okay. When I don't book a gig, sometimes it sours me.
I get that.
Like, you know what I mean?
It sounds like the Smiths. We hate it when our friends become successful.
Morrissey said it perfectly.
Didn't he though?
Perfectly. It's funny. That is actually an ongoing joke in my life. I actually referenced you referenced it exactly when I would. I was probably teetering on the razor's edge of saying Morrissey said it best. We hate it when our friends become successful. But no, I mean, not our friends really. But
I know.
But The Last of Us, it was such like the year it came out, it was everything to everybody at E3, and it was one of those things that just chapped my ass because it looked great, and I heard it's great, and it also had like a lot of it was an acting chops kind of game from what I was told and what I heard, and it is what it is, but I haven't gotten around to that, and not for nothing. I do because I keep busy. I'm that guy that has games I haven't played yet and stuff like that. I mean, I have Last of Us in my house and I haven't played it.
Who did you read for, if you don't mind us asking?
I can't say.
Okay. Well, Claw says you would have made a great Ellie. And so if you want to talk any trash back to Claw, we totally, full-heartedly condone it because we talk trash to him every time.
But what if I agree?
Never mind.
I agree.
Claw, you're right.
I think that's a really astute observation. So thank you.
Astute observation. That's awesome. All right. Well, Carlos, We loved having you. Honestly, this is one of the highlights of our careers.
Oh, it's a highlight for me, guys. This is fun. Talking to people that, I mean, quite frankly, give a shit about what I do makes me very, very happy. So this has been nothing but fun.
Is there anything coming up for you that we need to look out for?
You can plug anything right now. Go for it.
See, I hesitate to plug franchises or other gaming properties, but I will plug appearances if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will be at Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, and that's next month. And so look forward. It's a new show that had their first show on the East Coast that I was at in Florida, and now is in Southern California. And then, but this is the cool one. This is the one that's the next one. But in the summer, June 22nd, the way I paid my way through grad school was DJing in nightclubs in San Francisco.
Oh my God!
And so I'm a vinyl DJ by ear, no software, no laptop. And I
You mean you're a real DJ?
No, they're all DJs.
Okay,
come on. Come on. You know what I'm noticing? I don't know if you guys have characters, but is he the anti-millennials young guy?
Yes.
That's his deal, right?
That's
his, those young fucking kids and all that
that's
shit.
his deal.
Okay, well, I'm a big fan of the younger generation.
All right, that's fair.
Okay,
Thank you.
So it's a riot to me. Like the second I heard that real DJ shit, I'm like, oh my God, really? like what? I'll tell.
Would you play Johnny O and some Diamond Girl and some Cynthia? Is that where we're going?
Diamond Girl definitely is in there. The freestyle years,
Yes.
yeah. See, we're old farting right now. You guys, what the fuck are they talking about?
I'm a classic rock guy.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
that's what
I play way too much Stevie Nicks in my house. Way too much. Drives.
I don't think
everyone
there's such
crazy.
thing
There's
as
not
that.
such a thing, but okay.
But yeah,
No, it's ridiculous. That's
that landslide will bring you down, though.
It will.
It will.
It will
It'll come.
indeed. But you're a gypsy, so fuck it.
Dude, we can go for 20 minutes right now. I swear. I don't want to. Hey,
music,
let's
forget
talk
it.
about a few rumors right now.
Well, I got to say, before I forget, because I did digress before, as I'm known to do, when we were talking about acting and the generations, I have to say that for me, the newest generation of actors, all the young actors that are doing the young adult novels and doing the new Netflix shows and producing their own material that are features or network shows, they're some of the best actors we've had since the 70s.
I agree.
There are young actors right now doing shit that I haven't seen. I mean, I teach here and there. That's one of the things about us MFAers. We get to teach and teach a legitimate, big. Like I taught at Vassar, Cornell, and
Wow.
yeah, I mean, and so I meet these young actors, and again, he's going, real DJs. It's people say a thing about actors. They're like, well, the young actors, they're like young punk actors, the real actors, and it's like you have no idea. The really young actors right now are just annihilating the art form. And
I agree.
and so, anyways, the old fart DJ, to bring it back, is DJing June 22nd in Palm Springs at a new convention called PS Comic Expo, and I'm DJing from my private vinyl collection and DJing stuff that's very geeky. So yes, you will hear not mashups, but there's stuff for my gamer fans and for my geeky Bond fan colleagues, and
That's awesome.
and also keeping the beats per minute up so people can dance and have a good time. And so if you're ever bored, if your listeners or viewers are ever bored, look up on YouTube Domfather DJ, and you'll see me headlining in Detroit Halloween a couple years back. 3,000 kids, Halloween headliner, and it's just me playing records, which looks bizarre these days because nobody does that anymore.
Yeah.
But so that's it. I'm plugging 2 shows.
Sorry, I
Comic-Con
just looked
Revolution
up
and
Domfather
PS Comics.
DJ right now. So
Well, there you go. Well
There you
done. And Ellie, I got to look into that.
there you
I
go.
got to look into that.
I think you can knock him off. I think you jump in and take the rollover.
I think so.
All right. Well, Carlos, you don't know how much actually real fast. Ate, you haven't said a damn word.
I'm just listening.
So, do you want to ask Carlos anything?
He's like, this fucking guy won't shut up. Fuck, please don't talk about classic rock. He's going to keep going. He's going to keep going.
Oh, he loves that.
Oh, he's going to say shit about young actors. Oh, fuck.
Do you have anything to ask him?
What was your favorite moment to record in Gears? Like, what was your
The Maria scene, because I went to North Carolina to do the motion capture, and this is audio and video, but is it video primarily? Are people watching?
Both. Yeah, they're watching right now, and this will be uploaded to iTunes.
This isn't going to make for good radio, but it's going to. I hope it makes for some funny visuals here.
Okay.
I went to North Carolina to do the motion capture, and we had done the audio. I wanted to make sure. I'm a weird old school actor in that respect. That I'm like, he's mine. I want to do, but no one's gonna fuck around with Dom.
Yes,
It's mine.
yeah.
And I thought it was gonna be cool, and it was not. I was, and it makes it fun in retrospect. Like, it makes for a great story, and it was funny. It's funny now, but then it was so not funny. I wore the mocap suit, which is the least flattering thing a man can wear. There's outside of, like, Michael Fassbender, who looks good in anything, okay?
Yes.
That sort of thing, or Daniel
Hugh
Craig
Jackman.
or Hugh Jackman. Yeah, that you're like, God, it looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because they always look fucking cool. Okay,
Yeah, it's always, it's a
but
thing.
but I put on the motion capture suit, and it always will stick with me that I said I look like a sexy sausage. And I had ping pong balls all over the place, and I've got this actress that they hired to be Maria, and this is why I said it's going to make for better visuals than radio. I was doing, if you know the blocking, for those of you that know the blocking of the scene, I have her cradled in my arms, and I'm just you're crying right here, and I know how it looks in the game, but there I was the sexy sausage with ping pong balls all over him, holding a Nerf gun.
Oh.
Orange and yellow.
That's awesome.
And so there's nothing cool about it. And then when I'm acting my ass off, I open my eyes through tears. She looks at me like, okay, Mr. Brando, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's a video game. And in retrospect, that's like my favorite memory because
awesome.
For actors, it's like the process is so weird and crazy, but then you see how it turned out, and not for nothing, I won an award for that scene. So
really?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
And I mean, and it was said by one of the magazines. You can look it up. He said, encouraging, that they said that Carlos Ferro changed voice acting in video games forever with the Maria scene.
wow.
And I will fucking take it.
And
Take
you know
it,
what?
run with it.
And I will say that from those, you cannot make a game without that kind of input now, or you will not. That game will not make it.
But see, that's the thing, is at the time it was a huge risk.
Yeah.
People take it for granted now that they play 4, or they got their Xbox One, so they got Ultimate Edition to learn how to use an Xbox One Gears game, and then now they're in 4. When they go back and they play all the games, they don't realize that it was a really, really sketchy proposition. Not everyone was on board with Brando over here, crying.
Yeah.
And he's the superhero, he's one of the heroes of the game.
And then there's the Stella Easter egg scene in there. I don't know. I'm saying Brando.
Oh, Stella. Oh, man, fuck.
That was a good one.
I think your mom must be laughing her ass off right now. She's like,
laughing.
He's like, Stella and Blanche, I get it.
So why is the lighting so dim there today? No.
He's so good.
And you're right. Honestly, that I do believe you changed. Like I said, like what the acting you brought to that character, like Marcus Phoenix was very just gruff.
Dude, he's the god of the universe.
Exactly.
Though. I mean, he serves something quite wonderful.
And we loved it. And then we saw emotion out of you, and then we saw you bring the emotion out of Marcus Phoenix in Gears of War 3. And I'm telling you, I do believe you changed voice acting for gaming because
thank you.
I'll take it. You see it now. Everybody is trying to do that now. Everybody is bringing emotion, and we love it.
You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, I can't say that, but he's right.
Yes,
there you go. So I have one last question.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Will there be a sexy sausage Dom skin?
Oh
soon?
God, that'd be awesome, right?
Do you have influence in that? Can you?
That would be awesome. I don't know that I'd be so stoked about it, but it would be Dom, so he'd look kind of cool. But we would just say that, and it would be referencing this conversation.
Exactly.
That would be kind of cool. Well, I'll look into it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Carlos, we appreciate having you once again. This is Carlos Ferro, the voice of Dom Santiago in Gears of War. Honestly, man, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for walking up to us and reaching out, and we appreciate it.
I had the best time, and tell him to stop watching old movies.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carlos. Appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to have to, re-center myself because that was so
I know.
freaking
That is kind of the best
awesome.
thing we've ever done on CMG. That's a fact.
I'm still blown away. We're supposed to be getting
Matt is supposed
Jackson
to be here
soon. I
soon.
text him. He should be. We'll see. You guys keep talking.
All right, so we're waiting on Matt. He's going to come. So who is Matt? Matt Jackson. He is the guy who basically put this thing together right here. He runs UGC. Mm-hmm. And what we're trying to do is we want people to see a different side of things. We want them to see where these events come from, what it takes to make these events happen. And after talking to him for a short while yesterday, getting to meet him, I think he's the right guy to do it, to be honest.
He's not a really likable character.
Oh, yeah, of course not. Yeah. No, he's the right guy to do it. I want to, we'll get into the weeds on that. But what we could do until he shows up is, so Matt, what have you been playing? How's your week?
There you go. If you don't know how the show works, we usually start our show with how our weeks have been, what we've been playing. I haven't played a whole lot of anything this week. I think I played some PUBG. I played PUBG Mobile yesterday. All 4 of us were at our Airbnb, and we're sitting there literally, chargers plugged in, me, Robert, Chris, and Senor Leche. Shout out to Senor Leche. We're all sitting there by the pool playing PUBG Mobile, and we got a winner chicken dinner. It was awesome. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what Claude was saying. So I think I played some Sea of Thieves. I feel like I did. And I think that's it. But my week's been good, busy because we're here.
Yeah.
And
kind of preparing for this.
Yeah, and
something.
The fact that we're here, by the way, is amazing. So that my week.
Shout
overall,
out to the Coalition.
And
Rose
UGC.
and
yeah, Rose.
Rose, Dana. And by the way, if you want to see some Gears action, what is it? Live.Gears of War or something like that?
live.gearsofwar.com.
Yep.
Essentially, it's the Twitch and the Mixer stream all in there. And if you watch it live on that website specifically, you can actually unlock different weapon skins and chances at different packs. So it's fun to watch there, and you can chat, you can do different quests. Or if you don't want to do any of that, get any free stuff, which is done, you can just go to their Mixer site or Twitch.
All right, so No Jeans, what have
Hello.
you been playing?
Okay, I've been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves, played some Gears of War, played some Brawlhalla again.
Nice.
And Minecraft too. I played some Minecraft.
Nice.
So I've been hitting some Gears of War. Mm-hmm. Played a bit of that. Played PUBG. But the game I've been playing more than anything, I jumped back into Everybody's Golf on the PS4. It's Everybody's Golf is, a lot of people, and they shouldn't have renamed it when they released it here, but everywhere else in the world, we always called it Hot Shots Golf here.
Yeah.
Okay, everywhere else in the world, it was called Everybody's Golf.
So it's the same game.
It's the same game.
Oh.
But I think it didn't do as well because they didn't call it Hot Shots Golf. They called it Everybody. Exactly. And it's just an amazing game. It's a great
Claw
game.
across the pond is going, what's Hot Shots Golf?
Yeah, exactly. So I've been playing that. Like I said, Ron is getting into that. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable game.
So I'm just looking around for Matt, see if I see him coming. I'm texting him. He's trying to get away from production. So if you don't know, these kind of shows, these tournaments are extremely intense. We've now done our own, a few of our own. And, okay, so these things, like this, what's going on right here, as you can see behind us, is way, way beyond what we've done. But just like with ours and just like with theirs, things are constantly moving, constantly. You never know when something's going to fail. You never know when there's a fire that you have to run to. I don't know how, like, just at our events, me, Ate, and Robert, you see it's just like just
going
running around underneath tables, freaking jumping through fiery hoops. And, like, it's
looking very graceful. Yeah,
very graceful, of course. And so Matt's trying to get away, but he's actually being he's with production right now with some production issues. So,
but he'll probably come on in a bit here.
Yeah, he'll be here soon. So Matt took us on a tour of the backstage, which Last Geek Plays just got here, says this looks like madness. Claw then responded, Last Geek, you missed a lot. You really did, Last Geek. We had the voice of Dom Santiago Carlos Ferro on here for the last half hour.
That was fun.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
it was
a
awesome.
lot of good stories.
He took us behind the scenes. I mean, it's impressive back there. It is.
We do our stuff with just like a couple computers. And we do okay.
Yeah.
But they have like about 15 different stations for, and not just gaming stations, but like editing and different video captures and being able to hot swap between different scenes easily. Yet still somehow condensing all that into one stream.
Yeah. So they can't see it right now, but Robert's back there with one monitor. Their producer, no joke, this is the scene. He's sitting here, and it looks like something out of like a movie, like some hacker dude.
Yeah.
He's got 6 monitors just like up and around him, and he's just like tracking everything. And like that's right. It's insane. It's impressive.
And what's cool is they have out here, like these hats.
Yeah.
We have these hats. You guys. We got both of them there. That's at, glitchgear.com.
Glitchgear.com.
They're the one who's got the deal with Microsoft right now. You can go online and even buy those hats if you guys like them.
Agreed.
I like this one too. Look, with the offset.
That is pretty cool.
Cog.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's awesome. So we're here. We're at Las Vegas. What has been your guys' and we have to exclude our interview with Carlos Ferro. What has been, I guess, your guys' favorite moments of this tournament thus far, being that it's only the second day of the tournament, Saturday, but what's been, like, your guys' highlights? Yes, that was amazing. Go ahead, either one of you.
Let's see. I think when the ladies Fire and Ice won their second map of their last match yesterday, the fact that they were able to come back, and they did not win the final match, but they came back and they were going back and forth, and eventually, ultimately they failed, but leading up to that, it was really exciting to watch.
Yeah.
For me, it's real simple. What's been the best thing of the tournament, and I swear it seems to be every tournament that we go to, is, like he said, the open area over here. Mm-hmm. Watching these teams, these young teams that had nobody had even heard of. So for me, the highlight, I'd have to say, is a young team over here. One of the highlights is they're called Zero Chill. Zero Chill Esports. Okay, it's 5 guys. Uh-huh. Nobody knows who any of them are. All of a sudden, they're beating real teams, and they're getting there, and they're beating. These young kids, they have personality.
Okay.
So they're getting up, and they even have sweaters with their logo on the front, and people are losing to them, and they say, Who did we just lose to? Because they're like shocked.
They have no idea.
And the young kids, they're like pointing to the front of it. They're like, that's who you lost to. And they're like, yeah, who's that? Like, we don't even know who that is. But the kids, I mean, and I don't know how they're doing right now. They're playing right now over there. Here's the thing you guys know, and people don't realize, just at a Gears of War tournament to make it to Saturday is not an easy feat.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's 70% are eliminated on Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. So to make it to Saturday is actually a big deal. Then, of course, Championship Sunday, that's a whole different thing. But so you got these young kids. So you got Zero Chill right there. They're awesome to watch them. And then on a very personal note for CMG is there's an org here that nobody had heard of called Abstruse Esports. Abstruse. That's what they're called.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. 3 of the 3 main players on that team have come to every CMG event, and they're from Southern California, and they're these guys. They're sitting there in their T-shirts, and they are beating. They beat our Latin American team.
Yeah.
So then I was kind of a little upset, and then I seen the teams they beat after them. I'm like, oh my God, these guys are that good, and it's so great. In fact, what it is I don't know if you remember the first event we did. The one guy who showed up, and we're like tripping out that he actually brought a monitor, his own monitor.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy on the team,
Hilarious.
and I'm like, this is cool to watch these things happen. And then right now, just walked by was a couple of the Fire and Ice team here.
Nice.
But yeah, so for me, that is what it is. That was what I was really, really happy with so far at the event, is to watch these young players. I mean, they're catching up.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, at the beginning of the season, I thought there was no way anybody's going to catch up to the guys on top.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, the Ghost, the United, Echo, Optic.
Yep.
These young guys, though, man, they're playing and they have passion. They're going at it. It's been amazing.
Yep.
It really has. So I've been enjoying that.
They're asking in the chat, what about Twiggin, which is this week in gaming news. We actually don't have a Twiggin for you this week because we actually had it filled up. We're going to have guests all the way through it. So right now, we're literally just ad-libbing for you guys.
Well, we can look up some articles. Let's see, what happened? They announced Spyro.
We were right about Spyro coming, and it's coming.
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Remastered for HD. And it's coming out for PS4 Pro and Xbox One X Enhanced.
Yes.
So some like HDR and 4K resolution and all that good stuff. They not only did they remaster it in such a way that it's going from simplistic PS1 graphics. They're actually like adding to the characters. Like,
go for it.
Yeah. Actually, why don't you do that, Rob Dog? Because you come on, I'm going to go get us a guest if Matt's not coming.
Go for it.
I'm jumping on here.
Let them know that it's they might be kicked off right when they get on if Matt gets here.
I'm okay with that. Whoa, we are loud.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I like it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing?
How you doing,
good.
Robert?
I'm doing
Welcome
real
to the
good,
show.
guys.
But yeah, so with the Spyro, they're adding the characters were really simplistic and actually added like when you look at the running wizards and stuff, they look similar, but they added so much more character to them, and it's really weird.
Is it remodeled or retextured or is
remodeled?
So they remodeled these actual.
Yeah. So I mean, they retextured some things, but most of it's like remodeled everything.
That's pretty awesome.
So it looks like, to me when I first saw them, like that just looks weird, but it still fits the Spyro universe and it works.
Klaus says the
So
sex
excited.
appeal has just showed up, so give him a little wink there, Robert.
I can't wink though.
You can't
I
wink.
can't wink. It's one of those things. People can't do certain things. I can't wink.
How about you just like blink and that's like 2 winks.
There you go. I
It's
have
2
to like
winks.
move my whole right half of my face. There it is.
You just hold one eye open, just close.
It's like putting in eye drops. Like I can't. Yeah, good.
Awesome. Well, you weren't here for what games you've been playing. So what games have you been playing? How's your week been?
Oh, I beat BioShock.
Nice.
Finally. I'd never beaten
But
that
not
game.
Last of Us?
No, sorry, Claw. Anyway,
So the first BioShock.
Yeah, I played that game all the way up until.
Would you kindly tell us how you felt about it?
The game was really difficult up until the boss fight, and then the boss fight was like, this is cake. Like, this is not hard at all. Like the scene right before the boss fight, I died like 40 times, and I just like had to keep trying it in different ways, and then the boss fight was just, The story was great, and then I started the second one, and I was like, this isn't as great, but it's still pretty cool, I guess.
No, I like the second one. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I still enjoyed the second one.
Oh yeah. It's still pretty cool being able to play as a big daddy. It's kind of interesting.
I did not play. What's the one with
Infinite.
Infinite.
Oh yeah.
Someone needs to explain that to me. Is it a preface or is it like a post game?
So it's
why are
okay.
they in the sky?
Okay, so it was how the was it Rapture?
People are going crazy behind us. Just
Yeah,
they're
it's
hearing
fine.
that.
Keep
But
going,
yes,
keep
yeah, Rapture.
So that was one take of escaping civilization, was going underground. The other take was going into the clouds.
Now, were there two different people that were
Yes.
so they're different civilizations?
Well, not civil. Well, yeah, but they basically my way is this way. The other one's, no, my way is this way.
Or were they like brothers or something?
I don't know.
That, like just and then the tech just happened to be really similar. And
I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't play
All right.
the second.
Well, I mean, I don't. It looks good. I played a little bit of it,
Mm.
but I'm trying to play them in semi-chronological order because I guess I'm gonna have to backtrack for Infinite, but whatever. But yeah.
Last
Well,
Geek Plays Infinite is an alternate reality.
Oh well, I mean that's.
I thought it was a different.
I like that
Yeah.
better because now I can't punch holes through it because it's straight up
Oh,
just
so
another different
are
reality.
they saying that? So he's saying that it's an alternate reality, as in Rapture, in this reality is in the air.
I guess.
Saying so is it like the same person but just different method?
You know, I have to play it. Maybe
I don't
maybe
know.
it is. It's gonna be interesting if they keep saying like the Ryan dude over and over and over again.
Mm.
But yeah, so I beat that. That was a lot of fun. That PUBG game last night was awesome. not only did we get that chicken dinner on mobile, but the next game we were literally like top 3. And right before we I'm going. Sorry, guys. Okay, I guess I'm out now.
Don't take the mic with you.
I want to take the mic.
He was mid-sentence, too.
Mid-sentence. By the way, Robert, leave.
Put your backpack down. Get comfortable. And I'll do the introductions here real quick.
Last Geek says alternate timeline.
All
There's
right.
some reality hopping. All right, so
who did I go find?
why don't you explain who we have here, sir?
So, yesterday, well, you guys have seen him in action before, but those who have not, we got Traumasaur here.
He's a really quiet
Yeah,
player.
he's very, very subtle, very quiet.
reserved.
This would be, in all seriousness, the loudest man in Gears by far. The thing is, his play backs it. So he goes yesterday and he wins. He probably doesn't remember what I told him, but I looked at him and I said, Trauma. I said, you got to be careful. He goes, what? I go, when you're yelling at them, I think you're getting in their heads.
He did say that.
And he did that. So tell the people about you and tell them how you did. You guys did really well. You guys did do well.
We did. Well, for those that may know or don't know, I'm Traumasaur, and the team I play with for this event is Vex Gaming, and it was a last-minute pickup. Like, they picked me up 2 weeks before, so, just a newer team. I mean, they've been in a group before, but, it changes the things when you're at a 5th. So, came here with them, and we just lost to Fire and Ice about 20 minutes ago, so that's that. We're sorry.
You know I have to root for them, right?
Oh, my God. No, don't do it. Break my heart.
No, but hey, what do you think overall of the experience here this in these last couple days?
Oh, man. The best event. The best NA event so far.
I agree. I think that UGC is amazing.
Oh, I love UGC more than MOG because, like, they let me do whatever. They let me just go crazy. Like, that's a great start.
And they just, like I said, that we came in here, we've been blown away, and we put events on ourselves, but when we were watching what they do around here, this is something special. I agree with you. This is a great event up here in North America.
I really love it.
Yeah, but so your expectations coming into the event, right? Because look, we all have our goals, and then we have our realistic goals, right? We all do that. We all do that. Yeah. How did you feel with? Because I watched you guys yesterday. Your team brought excitement. The way you guys played off each other, and like I would not have known this was a last-minute team. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I don't know, was that your leadership that made that come together, or was it some existing parts there? Help us out with that.
I'm going to say it's 50-50. Like I said, they've been a team of 4 for about 8 months. They've been a core 4.
Okay.
So I came in and, like, me being, like, the older guy, like, I have the most experience. Like, I've been here before, so me coming in, trying to, like, mold them into, like, pro players and get their mentality where it needs to be, and that's pretty much what happened.
Right, yeah, because it was exciting. You watched a few matches, right? Yeah. Your guys is, and that's, for those who have not come to an event, Gears of War, the only thing that, like, and I hate doing this special, what I compare it to is like the EVOs. And like going to the fighting game community.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the other events, like, you got a COD event, they don't have the passion and the excitement like a Gears event. They just don't. I'm sorry. It's just not like it. This is just great. I love this stuff.
Agreed.
It's definitely not a Super Smash Brothers tournament. They're so polite in those ones.
Oh, yeah. But no.
They shake their hands and everything. It's like,
No, but these guys always shake afterward.
Oh, yeah, it's always good games afterwards, but during the match, I'm trying to, like, take them out.
I know.
Right?
I love. Okay, so Trauma's go-to, and it's the best, and it's what messes him all up. He says, "Don't look away. Look at me. I'm talking to you." And he stands up, and this is not a small man. He's a big, intimidating guy, and he does that.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, while I'm talking trash, I'm laughing at myself because, like, I'm like, I really just said that to him. Like, it's just, I don't know.
And what's funny is he's here. We're talking to him right now. And he's so soft-spoken. He's this nice guy. Something switches, man, when he gets over there.
a lot of the players are like that too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But we appreciate you giving the time coming on. So, which one of these hats do you like better? Do you like this one or that one?
Ooh. I'm about to go with this one.
Let's get the red hat over here.
Boom.
Oh.
That's yours, sir.
Oh, really?
Yours.
I
Thank
appreciate
you for
that.
coming on, man. Trauma, we really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me.
No problem,
Awesome.
man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Take it easy, bud.
Thank you, guys.
No problem, man. No problem. We'll see you.
All right, so we're still waiting
is fun.
on.
He is fun to watch. He is real fun to watch. So Matt, have we heard back from Matt?
No, he said he's trying to get away from production. I'm gonna see
really busy.
Yeah, I wouldn't bug him anymore. He is a busy guy. I'm gonna go grab another player.
All right.
You guys want to talk to another player? Rob Dog, you want to come through?
captain or whatever you want. Whatever
I'll find someone.
Rob Dog's coming back. Woo. All right, so if you're just tuning in, we are live at the Gears of War Esports Las Vegas Open. This is the Pro Circuit event in Las Vegas. We are behind Bally's at the Caesars Entertainment, I don't know what they call it, pavilion tent something. It's actually this giant, like, almost circus tent.
But cooler.
With, like, actually, like,
we're talking like high-end internet. We're talking like really nice luxury bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like air conditioned to the point where we have to bring sweaters in the middle of Vegas. Like it's really nice. It's way nicer than you would expect. Like I remember when we first came last year and I heard it was in a tent. I was thinking like Ringling Brothers. I'm like, this is gonna suck.
And you thought it was gonna be, me personally, I thought it was gonna be really, really freaking hot because it's just a tent and there's nothing to block the outside elements.
You know, I was thinking like the Orange County like little fair where you walk through those like woodworking things and it's like hot as hell in there. Yeah. Anyway, dude, it's been such a fun weekend.
Yeah, agreed.
My goodness, like we got so tuckered out yesterday, we had to go back, and we ended up watching the Motivate and Optic game on Twitch. And it was like watching a football playoff match. Like we were freaking out.
Well,
it was
over
awesome.
here, people were just jumping up and down.
Because it was amazing though. Like they did really, really well. And it was freaking cool.
Like we got
more people. I mean, I got to say my 2 cents for a little bit.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
All
Bye
right.
guys.
Bye.
I like how you use runners.
Former Fire Knife. You can say that when you're on here. We like that. All right, guys. So who I brought in now? Someone I know personally.
Where the camera at?
Right there.
Where the light is.
So someone I know personally used to play for Fire and Ice. This is a Vexies. And he was about to start telling me a story, and it sounded really good. They had a little bad luck yesterday.
Oh, no.
And he's going to first tell us who he
Not
is.
plugged in?
Oh, I'm a Vexies. I play for Rise now.
Oh, hang on.
Hold on.
We're having a camera issue.
Have your camera issue. They can still hear us audio, so go ahead and tell your story.
All right. But you can still look at the camera. It's just not doing anything yet.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome.
This is our first time, right?
It should be around the back.
I got it. You got it. Go sit down.
All right, so you are a Vexies.
Yeah, I play for Rise. And all right, that's basically what happened. That was a little breakdown of yesterday, right?
Okay.
So first, we first run on the main stage of the first team to play on the main stage of the tournament at 2. We lost first map, we got wiped, whatever. Came back, second map, and during one of the rounds, we were up, we had the advantage, and the game paused. Like, it was an accident. We had 2 people down. That was literally all around, like, in our favor, everything. And, like, it's unpaused. Zerp had his controller down. And, like, he was, like, scratching his head. Or I think he was drinking water. They didn't give us a counter or anything. He started back up. He died because he doesn't have his controller in his hand.
Oh, no.
So that happens. We go 6-6. We end up losing. Then, okay, this where it gets bad for me. Like, I get mad because of this. So we race Echo Fox, right?
And we're back with the camera. There we go.
So we race Echo Fox. We're up 1-0. We play Harbor. I'm the best at that map, like, personally, I swear. And then second map, Ronan comes back in. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying this them or anything, but when you connect your controller, you're not supposed to have batteries in it because it stays wirelessly connected. Yeah. So while we're playing on the second and third map, my teammate, like, the guy button keeps on coming up. So it's like in the middle of him playing, he has to stop. He has to back on the guy button. You know what I mean? And then he has to keep on going. And one of the rounds, it happened a few of the rounds actually. He was trying to back on the guy button, and I swear somebody was spamming it. And he smoke tagged one of his teammates and spawned. And when that happens, you go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we still won those rounds, but, like, you know, we didn't win everyone, like, of course, because he's first spawned on reclaimed. You have to get up top to the bull. You know, it's like a race sort of, and you don't do anything at that point. Like, it's annoying.
So you think it was somebody else that was?
It has to be somebody previously planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
We actually had that
something.
happen in our event.
So you've seen this?
We've seen this, and
man.
And I don't want to stir any pots, but I do believe it was a malicious attack when it happened at our event, that somebody, when connected to a random one, so they could screw with that event. I'm not saying that happened for you. Maybe just somebody screwed up.
Yeah, it was probably just an accident. Somebody's like somebody's bag or something.
Yeah, but we actually saw the person doing it because he was like putting the controller in his backpack and looking up and then like pressing the button like at our event.
Which is just messed up.
Yeah. So what's like the highlight of your event?
Highlight event, like personally, is Harbor against Echo Fox, like 6 for the bread. Fran put snipers down, like he thinks he's the best sniper in the game for some reason. And he plays on this control scheme alternate, so it's like he gets the weapon faster. And he didn't know, like, I'm also one of the fast players in the game. So I got to there before him. I picked up the sniper. He picked up at the same time. I cracked him across the map. Then I cracked his teammate. Then I cracked him again off respawn. Then I killed another one of his teammates on the home hill, and then, like, we won the round.
Yeah, see, that is good. Wow. Hey, but I do got to say in his defense, Fran's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know,
Shout
not
out
against
to
me.
CMG, I love you guys.
That was a good game.
Veli.
That's Veli. If you don't know who Veli is, you haven't watched one of our events.
Yes. But so now today, okay, so yesterday you guys didn't do too good in the pool play, but how many matches left today
1.
in pool play?
Yeah.
All right. Now who are you going to play?
Mind Freak. We should easily just 2 of them. And then we got to start the chance bracket losers. Because we're third in our pool then.
All right. But there's been some good, like, no-name teams coming up. I noticed coming into today. Unfortunately, I have to say that what I've noticed is, because I keep walking over there, all of those ones I had all the hope for, those no-name teams, every one of them's lost. That was kind of
happens sometimes.
That was unfortunate because there were some teams that were really exciting to watch, and I was enjoying it, but yeah, I mean, they do say the cream rises to the top. I mean, it's kind of what happens.
Yeah, I was surprised when I seen Witchy, Hexes, and Envies lose to like Gods and Nashas and Dynamic Jedi's team, because I always watch Jedi in like ranked matches. Like he literally plays ranked, and I don't think he's ever been to an event like his first event. Not it can't be. I've seen him before, but yeah, he mainly just plays ranked. Kid is a support player in ranked matches, like constantly lancering everybody. And I guess he just pulled up this event. Like he did good, made some pulls and stuff. So I'm rooting for them too. Like being like an underdog team is good.
Those are to me that we always find, like Ate said before, those ones are fun for us to watch. Just look, I got nothing against Ghost, but I'll be honest, I was rooting for God Plays on that.
Oh yeah, I was too. I want to see an upset. I like seeing upsets all the time.
And I love Jordan. I think he's honestly he's like one of my favorite players in the game. I think he's a class act. I like him. I like Joe.
Yeah, I respect that as well. Like a lot of people hate on Jordan, but it's like, I mean, he takes it so professionally. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that myself. Like, I just start tweaking on people. I know how I am.
Yeah, so it wasn't that I was rooting against them. It's just to see if that could have happened. That would have been exciting.
Yeah, because last did good. He dropped 42 first map, and he came out like swinging. And the Ghost has to have a response to that instantly.
They did, and I guess that's what we're really seeing in this. Almost all these things, and like I said, the cream rising is, most teams, they go down to somebody they don't expect to. They bury their heads. They don't come back.
Yeah, and that's the difference between like professional and an amateur team right there. Because
it really is.
Like know how to bounce back from those losses. Like you got to be able to do that at any time because not everything's gonna work in your favor. Gears of War is inconsistent in itself. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to control your emotions at all times.
Yeah, somebody was saying yesterday when we were watching the match, so he said, I've never seen a more momentum-shifting based game than Gears of War.
Yeah.
It really, momentum is everything in this game.
Yeah.
So no, that's cool. Anything else that you want to talk about today, or?
We want to make a run.
You are going to make a run.
We want to make a run, definitely.
Good. That's what we're going to be rooting for you. You know that.
Of course.
We want to ask you, which hat do you like?
What do you mean?
Which one of these hats do you like better?
The second one.
That one?
Yeah.
Let's throw the white one over here. Thanks for coming on, Avexies.
That's for you. Lit.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you. I like being on here sometimes. I'll probably come back, if y'all keep doing it.
So the new host of the show is Avexies. I'm going to take it.
What's up, guys?
Hey, one thing I would like to plug for him, even though he never remembers to and he needs to.
We have Matt, by the way.
Okay, really quick.
We're good.
You need to start pumping those damn Teach Me videos. This guy puts out content for Gears of War like no other, teaching you how to do things.
Yeah, I still do that.
Yeah, you need those.
Yeah, I remember you guys
videos.
used to do the amateur night thing. I'll probably do it for you guys again, like if you guys still like host it back up or anything, because
We're gonna talk.
yeah, I'll be down for that.
We'll get some stuff going. I think we got the guy coming over here we need to talk to right now.
All right.
Vexies, we appreciate it. Thank you for coming on,
sir.
man.
See you guys later.
Don't forget the headset.
Oh yeah, I got it. I already know.
I think it works in game. You might want to take it now.
All right, I think he's.
I think
gonna
we
be
got him. We got
jumping
him.
on now. I think so. Hold on.
He said 2 minutes.
Okay, cool.
All right. The man we're going to have coming on in very short time here is Matt Jackson. He's the CEO of UGC, the guy who's running this event.
Yes. And we're ready.
He's here. There's your headset, sir. Hopefully you don't mind messing up your hair.
No.
All right. We have to first apologize because you were supposed to be on way earlier.
No, you're
and we're finally getting you on now. This is a very, very busy man. This is the CEO. I'm correct in saying CEO, right?
Correct.
CEO of UGC, the guys that are running this amazing event. And for us personally, we think that it is one of the best, if not the best, Gears of War event we've ever seen. The organization.
And we've had players that have been saying the same thing on this podcast
awesome.
today. So I think it's hands down the best, to be honest.
Amazing.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and
then we are gonna grill you like there's no tomorrow.
I'm ready.
Okay.
But yeah, my name is Matt Jackson. I'm CEO of UGC, and I've been involved with esports for about 12 years, starting very similar to, it sounds like a lot of you guys, with just LAN parties in my parents' basements. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a wild ride to get to this point, and seeing the growth of esports is insane and really empowering. So that's one thing that we really try to drive home, is empowering the up-and-coming generation that, hey, you can do this. There's profession here. You can be a professional player. You can do graphics. You can do video. I also teach architecture and machining on the side part-time.
Awesome.
So I really try to instill that kind of empowerment and that motivation in my classroom, so that way people accept this industry as a professional industry. So
that's amazing.
You know what's really amazing about that? You said 12 years ago you started this. 12 years ago, these kind of things were being laughed at, and everybody, looked at them in a light. And now they say it is the quickest growing industry in the country.
Yep.
How do you feel about being a part of that from the beginning? That's got to feel good.
It's actually interesting. So when we started this, it was in like a 25-foot by 25-foot attic space above a restaurant. In our little town we started in, about 5,000 people. And my family owned, my cousin owned the restaurant, and he said, you can have that space if you want it. And we go up there. I'm 19 years old, and they didn't think we would want it because it was trashed out. And my grandparents were like, why do you want to do this? Like, it's just video games. And so we took it, and one summer we cleaned the whole space out and started hosting events, and we would have people, maybe 50 or 60 people, but they were driving we're from Southern Illinois, so they were driving from Chicago, Columbus, Ohio, Clarksville, Tennessee, even Dallas, Texas, for like $200 to $300. Halo 2 prize pool.
That is amazing.
My grandparents the whole way through were like, why are you wasting your time doing this? You're trying to get through grad school and everything else. And then articles started popping off in all these big newspapers, and they started bringing them to me. And then now they're like all about it. They're like watching the stream and pumped up about it. But you're right. It's seeing this transition to where it's like, this isn't a thing to now it is. And we're seeing like my friends, family, whoever else acknowledging that. And it's pretty awesome.
It is. And your insight ahead of time, now, a little I told you so is it's needed sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, your story is very interesting, and it's to me, it's I think kind of very close to like you said, to us, and so for us, it's impactful because that's to me that I can see as our future, where we can go from there. Because we did the same thing. We threw LAN parties in our mom's house, 16 Xboxes throughout the house,
awesome.
Into the backyard. As we were playing Halo, Gears, all that stuff, and then LAN centers. It sounds like you made your own LAN center, basically.
Kind of, yeah.
We spent so much time at our local LAN center that is no longer around, unfortunately. But
they're hard to maintain, I think.
Yeah. But can you give us kind of a little history of, so you went from that.
Right. That was actually called the Game Attic when we started. The Game Attic.
That's the perfect
good name.
And so we started packing the room out, and we're like, man, and I say we had like a group of my friends, and unfortunately a lot of them, ended up doing different things, and I was just stupid enough to hang out and stay around. But
Can you give me a little bit like the imagery? How do these people find the game addict? Do they go into some restaurant and they're like, "Oh, I'm here with like the Xbox button," and then they're like, "Yeah, through the kitchen, past the bathroom, up the ladder." Like, how did that work?
There were two ways. There was an access stairwell on the outside of the building up, and these stairs were shady. I mean, like
in Southern Illinois.
In Southern Illinois. I mean, like parents would drop their kids off and they would have to come up like with them and say, like, "I want to make sure my 12-year-old son's going to be okay up here." Like, there's no drugs, right? Like,
they're probably not going to be okay.
Right.
But leave them anyways.
Yeah. There was a back access as well. It's interesting because we started off, we wanted to get couches. We were like, we got to have couches up here, you know? Yeah. So we're like hauling these huge couches up upstairs and big tube TVs. And finally, we're like, man, we got to optimize this. We got to get rid of the couches. We got to get like just regular chairs and like nice little 20 inches. And we ended up having, I would say, around 26 to 30 20-inch CRT tubes for Halo, and everybody got their own screen, and we made our own little main stage up there. And that just progressed through. And I still have people that from our area that will come up to me and talk to me about they attended the Game Attic, and it's
awesome.
And there's a lot of people would come, and we actually got the word out nationally, Midwest mostly, through MySpace. So I made a MySpace page, and like
these guys found my old MySpace page just to screw with me the other day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Embarrassing times.
Yeah, but from that we would have an event, and any money we would make, we would buy a new tube TV, buy a new Xbox, and finally got around. I guess we had about. We had 4 stations, 5, probably around 30, 35, like all matching CRT tubes, and we got Xbox 360s, and Halo 3 was announced.
Yeah.
And we said, okay, we're going to do an event outside of our attic.
Okay.
We made something called the Illinois Gaming Circuit. We thought that would be cool to just travel Illinois and do that.
Yeah.
And we did one event. We had 3 Halo pros, because there's a lot of Halo pros from the Midwest, specifically Illinois. And so we had them attend. That's whenever I kind of became knowledgeable of MLG and what they were doing. And then we said, well, we did one IGC, Illinois Gaming Circuit event, and this completely transitioned to Ultimate Gaming Championship, UGC. And been a long, slow grind, and the last 4 years have been awesome. We've got some great partners. We've got a great parent company that has believed in our vision and backed us. And so we're just going for it, and we're taking a lot of the knowledge base that you guys have. Like, the community is what's so amazing about esports, is these guys are coming up from it, and they're becoming professionals, and they're good at stuff. All my production guys, they're video editors, they're graphic designers, but they are game addict kids.
That's awesome.
It's like you see that to that, and
that's the coolest thing.
So, I mean, that's really the transition of it, yeah.
So how many of the original crew, I guess you say, are still part of the company?
So I would say from the Game Attic, we have one kid that's still hung with it. He did go away and went to school, and I primarily drove it forward with trying to make the network and the partners and get the capital needs and those types of things. And then when we had those needs, I was like, man, come back. We have 9 full-time staff, which is amazing. I never thought going from trying to teach full-time to make this dream come true in the evenings. It's totally transitioned. Now I'm part-time teaching and trying to phase out of that, and this is my full-time career, and we have 8 other guys that are on board with this. So
that's the
of
dream,
the
man.
original, I mean, there is one that was originally with the initial start of the Game Attic, and then came back and does all the production for us. He's awesome.
Wow.
Well, what I wanted to talk about today, and this is where we're really going to let you just take it over, and what we tend to find, I guess, because we've thrown a few events ourselves, is we want you to explain what goes into making something like this happen. I mean, one event. I don't mean your company. I mean one event.
Right.
Because this event has been ran amazing. We have been very impressed. We love seeing it. The players have been impressed. Okay, it's not magic.
Right.
It doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
So could you maybe explain a little bit in detail about when, say this event, how long have you guys been in Vegas to start going?
Sure.
If you can just take us through the process.
Absolutely. So I would say probably 4 months ago, we started discussion, obviously, with the Coalition, Microsoft. They're amazing. Yeah. And I can't thank them enough for trusting our company enough to be involved with this. So that credit to them. But about 4 months ago, we started discussion, and then there's a whole pre-planning thing, but lighting needs, in-house crew needs, the amount of tables and tablecloths you need, it boils down to everything. That's the pre-planning process, not let alone planning the broadcast itself with the graphics and all of that. Once we get to site, we actually had 4 days to set up, and it was amazing.
Really?
4 days?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Maybe it is magic.
No, get this. Like in
it is magic.
He's got a wand right there somewhere.
Wow, Jesus.
I mean, if you want a crazy story, Atlantic City, we hosted the Atlantic City Gears event last year.
Uh-huh.
We couldn't set up any of our open bracket area until midnight before registration.
Oh my gosh!
So you kind of have to choose your battles. Like logistically, this time we really tried to make this place look clean. The station signs, the cable management, how we did that at Atlantic City.
We were taking notes. Believe me, we're like, okay, that's nice. Cable management, we like that. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's what we want. We want this thing just to grow. Industry as a whole.
Yes.
But in Atlantic City, we really couldn't cable manage anything. We were throwing stuff out, making sure it operated, functioned before the form, what it looks like, and we got it done. But that was a huge bind. We had 1 day set up for Atlantic City, main stage and open bracket.
That's insane.
This event, it was been great, and the Caesars crew, the house crew, I mean, these guys are awesome. And I know from a standpoint of going from having to do everything myself, which even like the stream stuff, I remember I was had an HDMI switcher and was trying to switch between POVs and stuff. Yeah, I mean, from that to now we have a crew for everything. It's I appreciate it so much. It actually kind of chokes me up at times because I see these professionals from other industries coming in, and they're involved with esports, and it's it's a dream, and it's I really appreciate what everybody does. So that's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah.
That is. I can't believe I'm kind of still stuck on 1 day. I mean, midnight. I mean, that's
insane.
That's nuts.
We probably shouldn't have committed to it, but I was like, we can do it.
We got Guy Blaze jumping in on the podcast.
How's it going?
What's up,
How's
man?
it going, man?
What's up, Guy?
Doing good?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Say hi to Twitch.
This is dope. I mess with it.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There we go.
Get down. What are we talking about?
We're talking about how simple and easy it is to make one of these things come together.
Oh,
how
yeah,
there's
all
no
right.
work.
Basically,
tons of work. Tons of work.
We
Some
want
people don't
the
understand.
players to appreciate that when something goes out, and it takes a little bit of time to get there, it's because of how complicated this process is, and you don't just snap your fingers and bibbity bobbity boo, it's all up.
You know what? It's a lot of teamwork, and I've been with a lot of production companies, and it's a lot of teamwork that comes together on the back end. And even as casters, you'd be surprised how much we are producers too at the same time, and how much we're dictating the game and what we want to watch and what we need, and just the little things that make such a big difference. Because we could be up there as casters with the straightest face ever, having a conversation, and somebody's speaking full sentences in our ear in Spanish, just talking. This is all right, I'm too dyslexic for this. I need somebody to just shut up for a second so I can focus.
That happen?
Oh, it happens plenty of times, yeah.
Not this event.
Not this event.
Not in Spanish.
Well, not in Spanish. This event. The full sentences is another story, though. But other than that, everything's all good. And, this event's coming together. I appreciate it. It's a fun one.
And I think that it's went on great. We keep telling him, I like how smooth everything has went here. Yeah. It really has just flown. And that's from our point of view. I don't see behind the scenes. I'm just saying it looks really good. Everything just is happening, I like this one.
No, it is. And, like I said, it's a big teamwork thing. And, especially towards the end of yesterday, I was happy how well everything was starting to come together. And, so today is going to be an awesome day. The finals is going to be awesome as well. And as I said, yesterday was one of the best day ones that we had in the open event when it comes down to storylines and matchups and close engagements. And even today with Aspire doing what they're doing, we got a lot of great games, and I'm ready to go start casting.
Awesome. Real quick on that note, because then we're going to get back to this. I was saying I was so excited coming in today seeing so many teams that nobody heard of.
Yep.
But they were still going today, and we're not used to seeing that. We usually know everybody by Saturday.
Yeah.
But then, damn it, every one of them lost.
I say who I was most happy about was Mind Freak. Mind Freak doing it up and making it back to pool play, because those boys are the real deal. It's just hard for them to get good practice across the pond like that and living in the future.
Yeah.
There's just so much Gears of War competition that's in Australia, but it's not even like that for that game. For Gears, it's like that for any game, too, at the same time.
Yeah, that is good.
So, Matt, I have to ask you, as somebody that you're constantly busy. You're running around, putting out fires. We've been there as well. Have you had any time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the open bracket, appreciate watching main stage matches? Has that happened yet? And if so, what was it like for you?
I think tomorrow that will happen. Right now, I can't. What I enjoy seeing is kind of like Blaze was saying, the teamwork. It kind of gets me. It's like these guys they're producing, they're helping, they're saying, go back there. Hey, can you guys tweak this? This would make it better. Getting professionals from other places to come in and help. That's kind of my first 2 days sitting back, and when I get enjoyment, I'm like, I enjoy this because I appreciate this.
Yep.
So.
And we got in here early. Because we had to set this up. And I saw the Caesars staff. They had like the security staff. There was about 15 to 20 of them. They were having a meeting about every single thing, and they were all on board. And then I saw the other staff from Caesars here, like the ones that are like helping with the tape and all these. They had a meeting before the event. On day 2, you would think they'd be like, oh, we got it down. No, they went over everything again. Just to watch it, you keep saying teamwork. That is what it is, isn't it?
And what's crazy, what's awesome about this is these are professional industry working people that work with movie stars, bands, actors, whoever, and they're giving esports that same attention.
Same love.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we should be. It's a great time to be involved with
that.
This.
Is awesome.
Great time.
It is. And I appreciate talking to you guys. I'm gonna go start preparing for this next
match. We're gonna go ahead and keep you guys.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Thanks for coming by, guys.
We've been in video games as long as you have, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's been amazing to see the transition, at least for us, from the video games rot your brains, you're never going to go anywhere with this, to video games is now considered an art form the same way we always thought it was, to respect. And there's still, in politics, there's still the, people trying to put down video games and this and that.
Right.
But it has been amazing to see that transition, and it's because we were all gaming around the same time, and and to see the appreciation, and like to come to this, it's mind-boggling.
And what's awesome, like what we're finding is, so I said we're from Southern Illinois, so the schools are getting interest. The high schools are getting interest in offering esports as a sanctioned sport.
That's
and
awesome.
So this year we got asked to attend an event in Chicago to speak with teachers. And, you've got parents coming by and they're like, my kid plays Fortnite all the time. I need help. Help me. Like, I need to figure out how to make him stop. And I'm like, do you want him to stop? And then I explained to him, like, you talk about the success stories through Fortnite, and then you talk about the industry developing. And now they're saying, well, how can they get involved? And these schools are adopting it. We're trying to figure out how we can support that. And, again, it's, encouraging and empowering people for the future.
That's awesome.
It's great for us, and it's great for them. It's great for everyone. I know probably the best experience I had is we did an Xbox Overwatch tournament in Mobile, Alabama. It was just a real, like a $5,000 tournament. There's this little kid, and the mom is she works in the catering department for this event.
Okay.
And she's like, my kid plays all the time. He says, Mom, I can make money playing video games. And so there just happen to be 2 other kids there. They make a random team, 3v3 team. His team gets second. And his mom goes from knowing nothing about esports to on the front row, like, let's go.
That's my boy.
And so it's like those stories, they make it worth it right now. That's amazing.
Because you just from what you're telling us already, you got your job, you got this full time. you're a busy guy. Are you able to fit video games into your life anymore? Do you still play?
It's sad. Not as much as what I would like. I hopped on the PUBG train a little while. I had fun with that.
Love PUBG.
Yeah, and the Halo 3 throwback playlist on Halo 5, I definitely put some hours on that. And then I've messed with Fortnite. I'm terrible. I still love it. I'll die in 30 seconds, but I still load up the next game for some reason, think I'm going to get better, but not a lot. But, I do try to stay connected there. And when I get time, I want to make sure I don't lose grip on that, But mostly I'm really interested in serving the esports community and making sure we're pushing that forward. So
because I have to ask this to it's kind of a test. There is a wrong answer, and a right answer, I guess. We grew up playing video games. I'm guessing around the same time. What's your opinion on SOCOM?
SOCOM.
Do you not remember SOCOM?
I played it on a PSP.
Okay,
so
you
he was
didn't
an
play
Xbox
the
guy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it's one of the greatest shooters of all time, and PUBG for us is like the new SOCOM.
I could see that. I could see the comparison.
Yeah.
I mean, from the PSP version I played.
Yeah, the PSP version was good, but like the PS2 version was like, it's the first game that had online console gameplay and all that stuff.
I was blind. I was, just straight directed at Halo for a lot of years. Halo 1 like kind of blew my mind. It was GoldenEye. I loved GoldenEye. And then the 2 joysticks in Halo 1. I'm like, wow, you can. This is better. And then
I can do everything.
The LAN parties, and then like Halo 2 is huge. Halo 3, but mostly it's just I also like sports. Basketball. I love track and watching guys compete head to head.
Nice.
So seeing that and then seeing video games come together. I love competition. I mean, I've been before we hosted these type of events, I would go to MLG events and I would be the guy in the back just like, let's go, screaming for a team I wanted to win. So
you're not always as reserved as you are right now.
Right.
We want to see that at some point this weekend. We want to see Matt Jackson in the back just screaming his head off.
I've been warned a couple times by officials, so I got to.
Does UGC get involved at all in the fighting game community?
We hosted a $40,000 Super Smash Brothers tournament, and it was awesome.
There it is.
Mewtwo King came from like a loser's bracket run all the way up to.
That's awesome.
You can check out the videos on YouTube. It was amazing. We love Smash. We love the fighters. We think it's great. Halo.
I was comparing Gears. The feel of a Gears tournament is the only esport that reminds me of the fighting community.
Yeah, I would say that.
The way it's so passionate. Like,
they are passionate. I mean, in like a game like Melee, it's over 10 years old. Any game that can be 10 years old and still have the following it does, they're doing something right.
Melee is probably the best one, in my opinion.
I think it's a
huge debate.
So, Ken, what do we have to look forward to for UGC coming up soon? You can sit here and plug anything you want.
Sure. We are in the beta phase of our online platform, which we're really excited about because it allows us to host tournaments and, again, kind of fit the model of Empower serving the esports community online. We can do it all the time. Before we had live events that had to get us by. Now we can host tournaments in Dota 2, CSGO, the Halos, Gears, a variety of things. Super Smash Brothers Melee on Dolphin Netplay, and then Smash 4.
You're going to give the players an option.
Yep.
They don't have to go to whoever. If there's any companies out there trying to corner the market, you're giving them another choice somewhere else to go.
Right.
The more, the better. I'm a big. There's enough pieces of pie out there for everybody. Make it big. Give it easier access.
Well, ideally, we would work with we had a discussion about what you guys did, like all these different remote events. And that sounds amazing, and it seems like it would fit a model of like what we would want on our platform. So if we can support that, and then you guys can help support our initiatives, that would be amazing.
Awesome.
The online platform also has a very big social integration.
Okay.
So kind of trying to compare it to like a news feed type Twitter, Facebook for gamers.
Your social media.
And I'm really excited about that. Hopefully people are patient with us through the beta process, and then we make a product that really does justice to esports.
That's awesome.
That is something I'll say though with beta. It seems people are finally understanding what beta really is. At least there was years ago when we all knew, when we used to beta test. We knew what it was, but then there was this, I don't know, like the last 7-8 years where people thought beta and demo were the same thing. But it seems they're coming back to people understanding.
It's when they started making betas and alphas. We've been doing alphas and betas for forever, over a decade. And it's when they started opening it up to people and like, hey, download the free open beta for this. That's when everybody's like, this game sucks. Why is this glitching? And you're like,
that's your job.
Beta, guys.
Yeah,
Once the
that's
demo
the trade-off.
Yeah. Literally, you're here to test the game and find these things. It's not the finished product.
Yep.
But we're
so when is that launching?
The beta, you can sign up at ugc.gg for the beta right now.
Awesome.
We're just wanting to populate that. We're targeting around 700-800 users.
Okay.
So the signups are now. We're hoping in a couple weeks to launch that. It'll be a month-long process. We'll run leagues, tournaments. There's $30,000 worth of prize money in the beta, and it's
You're
free.
even putting money in the beta?
We want, man.
You guys are a little nice.
We believe in this, man. We want to make sure that our users, our experience, everything we offer is the real deal, and it's legitimate.
Awesome.
There's so much shadiness that goes on in esports. You talk to guys. We do not want to have any kind of connotation with that. So, $30,000 of prize money, a variety of games. You can choose the game you want to play in. And, we're really excited about that. I'm also really excited about the educational piece, what this will go with, like high school, collegiate esports.
That's awesome.
And how we can work together on that. But those are the two big things.
All right. Well,
Pretty
Matt, it's been awesome having you.
Yeah, I
And
appreciate you
we're
guys
towards
having
the end
me.
of our time.
And I want to thank you for being so open to letting CMG come to this event.
Yes.
To give us this spot. This has been it's been great for us having you on here, having Carlos on here, having the players on here.
Absolutely.
We couldn't do that because just so you know, our initial plan was we'll just get a suite at Bally's and then we'll bring it. This is amazing.
I'm
So
glad you
thank
guys are here. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, man.
You fit all of it.
Just last year we did a live podcast from our hotel room.
Yeah,
last year at the I think we're at the Monte Carlo or something.
Yeah.
And this is great, and we appreciate you just open arms inviting us in and helping us make all this happen. It's been amazing.
That's the way esports is going to make it.
Yes,
that is how it's going to make it.
So
awesome, Matt. Well, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Of course,
appreciate you guys. Yeah.
We'll of course talk afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll bounce out of here.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
guys.
All right, that was Matt Jackson, CEO of
Founder.
UGC and founder.
I mean that.
What an amazing guy. Yep. So we've been incredibly blessed to be here doing what we're doing today. Thanks for everybody that watched. Maybe next week, we haven't decided if we're doing a podcast next week because we have to rebuild our studio basically.
Yeah, that's
next week. So we might be a break. Reaper Snipe is in the chat going, "You're a CMG."
You know he's here.
Oh, I know he's here.
Yeah,
we saw him.
He's probably watching us right now. Actually,
thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for tuning into our very special.
If Reaper Snipe's here, tell him to get the hell over here with his kids real quick and sit down. No, if he's watching, he hears us right now. So he's got a couple minutes here just to get over here.
Anyway, so this is awesome for us. This was not something we expected to be doing. We're incredibly thankful to the coalition, to UGC, Matt Jackson, Rose, just everybody. And Evan. Oh yeah, Evan, Combat Snake.
Yep.
He's in his room. He said he's at the hotel.
All right.
Thank you everybody for watching this podcast. Oh yeah, Senior Leche, thank you for driving us around yesterday. Podcast episode 47.
Cuatro siete.
Siete.
Yeah, there you go.
I am Matt Rojas, aka the Dread Pirate. We will hopefully be back next week. If not, look for us the week after, 11 a.m. Saturday, live on Twitch. You can follow us on. I got to figure out where we're at. Okay.
See?
You can follow us on Twitter at CMG_Gamecast right up here. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Casual Misfits Gaming. Follow, like, subscribe, download. You can find us on iTunes and Spotify as well as Casual Misfits Gaming.
And I got to say, I feel this is probably the best podcast we've ever done. Having these guests here was just awesome.
Amazing.
Carlos coming on, Matt coming on, all the players giving their time. I thought this was just great.
Amazing. Like I said, this is episode number 47 of the Casual Misfits Gaming podcast. I am Matt Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate. With me, we had...
I am Mate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No Jeans.
Good job,
and Robert's not paying attention. He
doesn't have a mic.
And on the far end, we had...
Jason's on, also known as Honor.
And on the production side, we had Robert Link. His mic isn't working, but... Thank you once again, everybody, for watching. Thank you to everybody that let us do this, and we'll see you next week.